Alright guys, Dokkan time, and today we're going to be going over a quick rundown guide of the World Tournament. Beginner's guide, if you will. This is going to be just a basic guide to kind of throw newer players into the mix and be like, hey, what is World Tournament? What do I get out of it? Should I do it? And what are my options? Well, I'm not going to go through all of the ins and outs of World Tournament, but I will give you the basic rundown just to make it so you can decide if you're going to be doing World Tournament tonight on Global, or maybe you missed out on JP and think maybe I should try harder next time. This will be a basic rundown for you. So if you're looking at the screen right now, oh, and just as a disclaimer, this is obviously for noobs or newer players, you know. If you are seasoned, you know what you're doing, you don't need to watch this. I appreciate you for viewing, but you won't learn anything new here. It's just for newer players. So, anyways, World Tournament. World Tournament is rough, but the general idea is that you're going for one of the rewards on the screen that you can see right here. You got the Hercule medals at the top there, the one that looks like a little scribble on the medal, on a piece of paper. That's a Hercule medal. It's a Hercule autograph medal. I like to call them ham medals. But you also get World Tournament tickets for summoning for SSRs that are exclusive to the World Tournament. You can get EZA medals to, say, Extreme Z Awaken, like the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan you can see at the right-hand side of the screen. And then, of course, if you place high enough in the local brackets of the World Tournament, you could potentially get, like, the LR Jackie Chun, which is a very good free-to-play basic unit. So, let's go ahead and pop up the window. Alright, so what you're looking at here is this is the World Tournament. Now, let's say you're new to the game and you're like, holy crap, World Tournament's out. They have all these cool-looking characters on here, the Demon King Piccolo and the buff Super Saiyan Goku and the Z-Sword Gohan and the Kaioken Goku. They look all so cool. Oh wait, I can't awaken them fully. I want to do that. Well, in order for you to be able to do such a thing, you need to require these medals that you see on the screen here for Dokkan Awakening and Extreme Z Awakening. So, you need 15 bronze of the announcer medals, you need 40 silver, you need 30 gold, and you need 30 rainbow of the announcer medals to do one Extreme Z Awakening. So that means in total to Extreme Z Awaken all four of these units, you need 15, 30, 45, 60 bronze, and 4, 8, 12, 16, 160 silver, and 3, 6, 9, 12, 120 gold, and 120 rainbow. Now, the only possible way you could do that is if you hit in the literal top 10 in the game. Which, please, if you're new to the game, get that thought process out of your head. You will not be able to do that. I am a seasoned player of this game. I have played it since the very first year it released. And I can tell you straight up, I don't have the stamina, I don't have the willpower, and I don't have the money to push myself through that chaos. To put it in perspective, the last World Tournament I played, I placed in the top 1 to 2,000. Yes, 1 to 2,000 was my placement. I played for almost 24 hours in total. Yes, I took 24 hours out of a 3-day weekend to almost completely absorb myself into this mode to only be able to awaken 3 out of the 4 units. Barely, I mind you. I was very close to 2,000. It was rough. It was a very rough win. So, but my point stands is that you need to keep your expectations in check. The base minimum that people should be going for is the 50 to 100 marker. That is the placement you should be going for in general. But as a new player, you don't have that option. You will probably, more than likely, end up probably in the 500k. If you can do it, if you have the patience, if you have the time, if you have the stones and money to waste into increasing your stamina constantly and getting more wins, maybe you'll hit the 300 to 400k range and you'll be able to awaken maybe Gohan or a random unit. You know, it's entirely up to you. Or just save the medals for when a new EZA comes out. Because these are gonna stay here. I mean, they're not going anywhere. You probably don't even have these units. These units are not available to you right away. I will tell you though, in the missions while you are playing World Tournament, you should be able to actually acquire some free copies of them. If we look at this World Tournament on JP, let's see here. I believe people were able to, hold on, come on. Yeah, so in the wins, so if you get 10 wins in this World Tournament, you were able to get the Z-Sword Gohan. If you hit 15 wins, you were able to get the Kaioken Goku, and if you hit 20 wins, you were able to get the Buff Intelligence Goku. Wow, really? They didn't allow you to, okay. Nope, that's in a row. Interesting. Wow, that's a little... I'm sorry, I'm a little thrown back here. I'm astonished that they're not giving you one of the units to awaken. That's very disappointing. How unfortunate. So, my point is, even if you don't hit a top placement to EZA a unit, just for wins in general, you can get Dragon Stones, you can get normal awakening medals, you can get training items, you can get SSR tickets to summon for the units you possibly don't even have. It does have its merit. You know, 20 wins. That's not hard to do. It's really not. I mean, you have very limited stamina, and it's very tough to say if you can do it when you're a super low-ranking player. But you can definitely do it, and I'll get into how the scoring works in a minute. But I'm trying to give people an understanding of what happened, of what you're aiming for. What is the whole aspect of what you're looking at? There are tiers of how much points you will get. When you reach those tiers, you'll get rewards. The Beerus tier is basically the bar minimum you have to reach in order to actually, like, basically acquire anything. If you're not at Beerus tier, you probably didn't even place in the top, well, at anything. I'll be real with you. If you didn't hit Beerus tier, you probably didn't even break the 700k marker. That's not even a joke. So, you get missions unlocked for winning the World Tournament up to 20 times in a row. You can get free copies of these units. And then, of course, you get point scores. And as you can see, we have those Hercule autograph medals that I told you about before. Those medals can be exchanged to get those extreme Z Awakening medals. So that is an option. Please, please, all new players, do not use these Hercule autograph medals for anything other than these announcer medals and the Piccolo intelligence medals. Please do not use them for anything else. Everything else below it is a waste. Do not do it. Please don't. Only for what you see on the screen right here, which I hope I am covering with my big fat head. I'm sorry. So these medals here, right here on the screen, please only use the Hercule autograph medals for these guys right here. So, moving backwards into here, once you actually complete enough high enough score points, you'll get hidden potential orbs, you'll get more Hercule autograph medals, you'll get Dragon Stones, you'll get SSR tickets to summon for SSRs, you'll get even Elder Kais, you can get copies of the LR Intelligence Piccolo in here, and then of course more super attack increase Kais. So there is lots to get out of World Tournament, yes. There is loads to get. There's so many rewards. Oh, and I didn't even get into the local. So the thing is, you have the normal bracket where it's just a PvP of who can get the most points. And then you have your local pools. The local pools are for a different set of rewards and different things. So I believe, yeah, there's 300 people that are placed in a pool. And you are basically all fighting for points to see who can get up to the highest points. Basically, if you don't hit 150th place, you won't even get a Jackie Chun. Which, you only need one Jackie Chun, to be fair, in all honesty. You have to hit first place to get 2, which is pretty rough. Some people get lucky and they'll be placed in a pool where they won't have to care, and they'll just be chilling, you know? They'll just be chilling at first or second or even third place. But there is sometimes you'll be stuck in a pool with sweaty, grinding people, and you'll just never see that. You can watch some of the other videos that I actually have in the World Tournament playlist, and it'll actually go over the amount of required Hercule autograph medals to awaken, say, the LR Intelligence Piccolo that's stepping in front of Gohan, or to even get enough of those medals to, say, an Extreme Z awakening of any one of these characters. So, moving on past all of the rewards that you can get, the tier placements, the extra missions, moving past all of that, if you see all of this and you're like, yeah, I want to move forward, I think I can do it. All right, let's see if you can do it. So let's move forward here. If you want that guy, if you want these EZAs, let's move forward here. Let's move forward. So basically, this is a very old guide that I just Googled it and it just showed up. So if you have trouble remembering or going back into this video, you can always just go do a quick Google search. This is one of the oldest guides ever. First screen, you just go in there. World Tournament will be on the left middle side of the screen. You'll click it, and you'll be presented with a screen where it shows you your total tour points. I'm trying to find an actual tab of that. I'm sorry. Hold on a sec here. That's the same exact screen. That's what I was trying to say here. It's like, wow, they just showed the exact same thing. Here. Trying to get a bigger image of this. This is so annoying. Okay. So it's a little pixely, forgive me. But I'm trying to make this quick without World Tournament starting. So you have the World Tournament, it'll tell you what tournament you're in, it'll tell you how long it's available for. You'll have your total tour points, you'll have your current ranking of where you're at in the tournament, and then you'll have your local ranking of where you're at. And then it'll tell you what your closest missions are. Going into World Tournament, it costs 10 stamina to join the preliminaries. And you got to keep that in mind with World Tournament. So World Tournament, preliminaries, quarterfinals, semifinals, and then finals. Those are the 4 progress points in the World Tournament. The preliminary costs 10 stamina. The quarterfinal costs 15. The semifinal costs 15. And then the finals cost 20 stamina. That's 60 stamina, guys. That's a lot of stamina. If you're a newer player, like what it shows on the screen, this is a screenshot from a newer player at only rank 217. That's a very low rank. I'm going to say that right now. If you are so new that you're not even at rank, say, 400, I would say 400 or 500 is the bar minimum of you being able to truly try to grind World Tournament. If you're lower than that, you probably have other things you should be doing with your stamina. I'm not even gonna lie, okay? So please, just keep that in mind. By all means, spend your stones, regen your stamina through stone usage. If that's all you got the money to burn, by all means, man. By all means. All on you. But just keep in mind, 60 stamina for 1 win. For 1 win is 60 stamina. If you win. If you lose, you just lose. You have to go all the way back to the preliminaries and start over. So just keep that in mind. 60 stamina is bare minimum. And it is not irregular for people to have to get 200 plus wins to get into a very good ranking. It is not abnormal to have to hit 50 to 100 wins even to get a bare minimum decent, like being able to easy a 1 unit. That's a lot of wins. That's a lot of stamina for people that shouldn't be even doing that potentially. The preliminary screen is going to be very different from what you'll see on screen for, say, the semifinals, and quarterfinals, and finals. You're fighting 3 other people. You need to defeat at least 2 out of 3 of those people to advance to the next round. And I say 2 out of 3 because if you miss one, because they can go fight each other, as you can see on the screen here. So, looking on the screen, the little red marker right there, that's you. And then you have the 3 enemies at the top right there onto the side. They can fight each other, and if you can't beat 2 out of 3 of them, you won't have enough points to progress yourself into the semifinals. So keep that in mind. You can't just wander around the board. There is a certain amount of turns that will elapse, and if you elapse too many turns taken, you basically forfeit. It's something you have to rush. So, but if you look on this preliminary screen, in the very middle, there's bonus points, or you can see it because there's a big blue star with Tenkaichi on it. Most of the blue capsules you don't really need. You can avoid the capsules. The only time you should care about capsules is on the final stage, where you'll see purple gold capsules, and those actually have awakening medals that you can grab. So, I don't have it on screen because I can't find a final screen for it. It would probably take a little bit of rushing around, Googling World Tournament. I'm sure I could find it eventually, but we'll just move on from it. But yeah, basically that's the gist of it, as far as all the technical aspects of it go. But just keep in mind, when you go into the World Tournament, you are fighting 7 units. You're fighting a team. You're actually fighting someone else's team that's in the game and trying to do World Tournament. That's what it's like. That's exactly what it is. You might even see one of your friends potentially if you're in roughly the same rank. I've actually come through the game and I've seen like Radokun just kind of chilling and I'm fighting him because we're in the same bracket, and that's just how it is. So, but keep in mind, so if you look at on the screen right here, the screenshot here, you can see that there's an STR Broly, and then there's the Fizz Broly. The Fizz Super Broly right there, that's about to attack the STR, the red Vegeta. If he attacks, it's very possible that he could super attack. That Broly, normally what his ability is he can AoE. He can attack all units. So if he super attacks you, it doesn't matter that Vegeta could potentially tank it, because the other 2 will not tank it. Remember, in World Tournament, you are only benefiting from your own leader. That is it. You are only benefiting from your own leader. In World Tournament, you only get 1 leader. That's it. 1 leader skill. So you are constantly lacking ki. You have to use items if you don't have a properly made team. And at this point in the video, I think I'll just get to the point of building a team for the basics of it. The team you see right here is kind of a semi-basic team. Ginyu is a leader, but he's also a ki supporting unit. He gives all allies ki +3. Jocko and Chaozu have guaranteed stun in their passive. Once they show up on screen, they stun all enemies, so they automatically stun. You don't have to worry about getting attacked. And then, of course, the 2 Brolys and the STR Piccolo are the AoE units that attack all units. And that's just basically the gist of it. You have to beat all of these enemies at once on the screen. So AoE units are crucial to doing World Tournament. 100%. And just as a quick reminder, on the tournament board, sometimes you'll run across meat buns that you can recover your health. Tournament points are the blue star, Tenkaichis, and the character medals are on there too. Ignore the character medals, they're just Cybermen or freaking random World Tournament characters from the show. Very useless in my opinion. But moving on from that, I will unlock my phone so that I can show you some team usage of characters and combos that you could use in World Tournament for new players. So the basic idea here is that you want at least 2 AoE units and choose a friend that's an AoE unit. Have 2 key supporters, so units that will support all of the units on the team, or at least the AoE ones specifically. Because remember, you only have the 1 friend leader, so all units just have whatever their passive is, whatever their links are connected, and their 1 leader skill. And then also having Chaozu and Jocko as stunners will help you save on items excessively. This is a basic combo of our team that people have used since the beginning. It's just how the World Tournament's always been. Up until recently, we've gotten so many different freaking AoE units that can be just overly utilized and support units that just help out immensely. It's a whole different ball game once you actually start playing the game, get more units, and have more options. Now, it's not to say that you can't go run in here with, like, say, a whole Vegito team, you know, and you have units that double, triple, quadruple super attack. It's entirely an option. But this is the most formulated plan that majority of people will use and utilize to go into World Tournament. And as a last second thing to talk about, I want to talk about the items. The support items. The support items are crucial. So, as I said, you only have 1 leader skill, so most of the time you're going to be very low on ki. A very easy way to get around that is to be taking in Poires or Oolong support items so that you can actually change the ki spheres and get more ki all at once. What I prefer to bring along is usually the Fruit of the Tree of Might, because it gives all allies ki +3 for 3 turns. But shoes might be a little bit more easy to obtain for newer players. As far as any other items that I would highly suggest taking into World Tournament, pretty much the very big get-go is going to be Ghost Usher. Delay the opponent's attack for 1 turn, because then you can focus on the enemies that are attacking you, get rid of them. You can prioritize which enemies to get rid of, and because that's what you really want to do. You need to delay the opponent if you're going to get attacked, because the truth is, if you get hit in World Tournament, if you're above ×10 difficulty, more than likely you could die from a super attack. Which is why a lot of people end up utilizing also this Baba, because she reduces all super attacks to normal attacks. I would say ×20 difficulty and below she is safe to use, but at ×30 she is no longer safe. You will still die from normals. So, I think that's gonna be about it for the video as far as items go. There's not really much else to bring as far as items go. You can by all means bring a Sensu Bean if you really feel that that will work for you. But at the end of the day, what you want to aim for is this kind of team formation with AoE units, key supporters, and stunning, so that you don't get hit. Because if you get hit, you probably will die more than likely. So, as a reminder, this is just a basic overview for newer players. That's all this is. So if you're a newer player, you're like rank 300, 400, maybe 500, I'd say go ahead, give World Tournament a shot. At least get the bare minimum basics of the rewards and missions done, and then bounce out. It's not worth the grind for you just yet. Maybe down the line, once you've ranked up a lot higher, say 500 to 700, maybe you'll have the stamina to actually keep up. But nowadays, it's really hard to keep up with those higher levels. So, but anyways, guys, thank you for watching. And if you have any other questions about World Tournament, please post a comment below. And maybe I'll make a better guide later. or next tournament. So anyways, have a good day and a good night.